This is Anthony. Excuse me. All right, so I had to take the JB4 out to connect the FSB to the harness, but I bought the SFB used, so it doesn't have pins on the two wires I need to plug into the stock harness. So skip that for now, but I'm going to the track, so I'm going to put a JB4 back in, obviously. So I'm going to sort of walk you through what you need to do to put this into your 2020 and up Kia Forte GT. This is slightly different than the Kia Forte 5 SX. It's also different than the Elantra Sport and the Elantra Inline, and different than the Veloster. Now, the device will work on all those vehicles, but how you put it in is a little bit different. To get to the O2 sensor, and I highly do recommend that you connect the O2 sensor wire, because the cars run extremely rich. I've had the car on the dyno and the stock tune. It does run rich, and that's one of the things that companies like Sixth Element and Torque, when you get a bench tune from them, that's one of the first places they look to increase performance, is to lean out the fuel mixture. So there's no reason not to do it with the JB4. I know initially they said it wasn't needed, but that's because it wasn't fully supported. As of firmware version 21, it is supported, so go ahead and connect it up. It's not a big deal. It'll make the car run better. All right, so not this connector, the gray. The gray connector, which is the one on the top here, right there. Let's see the camera, getting a little shadow here. Yeah, okay. So the gray one right here, you need to disconnect that one to get to the one on the bottom, which is the one you want to connect to the O2 sensor, and that's this black cable right here. You need a 10 millimeter you need an extension and a 10 millimeter ratchet to get the airbox out. There's a hole here, there's one here, and there's one here. Comes out. You need a standard Phillips screwdriver for the clamps here and the clamp there. So that's basically it. To get to the airbox has to come out to get to the tip sensor, which is here, and the other map sensor, which is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, and I'll show you how I connected it. You don't have to do it in any particular order, but this is just how I've done it. This is the second or third time I've had it out of the car. So anyway, I'll be right back. I highly recommend that you buy this from eBay. It makes it easier. It's affordable. There's no reason not to. You can also buy a similar unit from Berger Motorsports. This is the black wire you needed to connect from the JB4 to the wideband O2 sensor. This makes it so much easier. You don't have to do any crimping or tapping, except for what's right here. And the crimp is provided. Both sides are provided, so all you have to do is crimp. This side already comes crimped. This side you have to crimp to your JB4 wire and just plug it in. That simple. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see. First, doing things with one hand. Let's see. Okay, that's not correct. Okay, so Hold on, I just have to put the phone down for a second. Right. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so as I was saying, that's the connector right there. I just put it in. To get to the data cable, to put the data cable inside the car, you need to take out the battery, you need to take out the ECU. That is not hard. It's just a bolt here for the battery. The battery, this is the hold down right here. This comes right out. The battery lifts out. It's very simple. Back behind here, there's 2 screws on here and here that hold in the ECU. Same thing. You pull these up, and that disconnects. You get the idea. But that holds on the connectors to the ECU. Okay, you have to disconnect those and stuff. The ECU and the battery, it all comes right out. So, and then you can get to the grommet, which is right down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right down there. And then, like I say, you can fish it through at that point using a coat hanger. Easy to do. Anyway, that's it. So I've gone ahead and connected up the OBD-II to the JB4. I do have the USB. Excuse me, the Bluetooth. Sorry about that. USB. If you buy a JB4, it's $479. It's $140 for this. If you can afford it, I highly recommend getting this. You can data log with your phone through the app. The app also costs $27, so that's an additional cost. So it's about $167 total. Some people might think that's a little expensive, but to be honest, you do pay for the app control. If you buy a race chip or a GAN or a DTE, you do pay a little bit extra for the app. So this is about the same. You get way more control here. You can also make your own tunes. Map 6 is user defined, so you can. That's where you would set your boost by gear, for example. Also, you can enable water methanol injection without some of the safety features that are in Map 7, which is just for water methanol injection. But as I said, those aren't much of a danger, not really to be concerned with. But I just have to state that it does say that in the directions. Which you can find on the Berger Motorsports website or the N54 Tech forum. There is a Hyundai Kia thread there. Lots of useful information. But if you can't afford the Bluetooth, go ahead and get the USB cable that plugs in the back of here instead. And then you can download the JB4 software. It's for Windows and I believe for Mac as well. And then you can also data log through your computer, and you can also change the tune through the software. I believe map switching with, I think, either the cruise control or the wiper stock is working. I haven't tried that, but that might be enabled. I'll update this video, or I'll do another video showing that working. You would see it in your cluster via your tachometer. So like map 0 would be 0 on the tachometer, map 1 would be 1 on the tachometer, and map 2, map 3, map 4, and so on. So that's how it works on the other platforms. I can't speak. The other platforms, which is Volkswagen and VAG, VAG, so Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, and even Lamborghini, and also for BMWs. That's how it works. I believe it works on Maseratis and some of the other vehicles as well. So anyway, that is how that works. Like I said, I'll do a separate video on that, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the phone down and button this all up.